Shalom, shalom, shalom. I want to start out by giving all praises to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakal Quadash. Double honors to my apostles and elders at Great Millstone that rule well. And shalom to to the Akims pushing out this word in truth and sincerity. This is the brother Yakanan from the DC camp. And the topic I wanted to get into today, hopefully this video is entitled, "We are not and never are we going to be equal to these other nations, because we are above these other nations." You know, all this time, you know, these other nations have tried to push that equality spirit on us, saying the best thing that we can hope for is to maybe just try to be on the same footing as these other nations. You know, try to be equal with them. Meanwhile, these other nations, from the Asians to the Middle Easterns to the to the Africans, to the, you know, to the Edomites, to all of them, all of these other nations don't want to be equal with any of the Israelites. They don't want to. They don't want to, and they want to do everything possible so we will never have equal footing as them. They want to be above all the other nations. These other nations are reaching for the top, but they tell our people to reach for the crumbs on the bottom, you know. And without further ado, you know, I want to get Deuteronomy. Try to use that abbreviation. This is Deuteronomy. This is Deuteronomy 7 verse 6, and it says, For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth." And who is this talking about? It's talking about the Israelites. You know, the law, statutes, and commandments are given to the Israelites. You know, for thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God has chosen thee. The Lord, we didn't choose the Lord. The Lord has chosen us. He picked us to be that special people above all other nations. You know, above all other nations. We are meant to be the children of God. Shah Yasha Allah. We are meant to be the princes of the power. You know, we're meant to rule this earth. And the Lord that God has chosen thee to be a special people. We're special. We're not the same. We're not like these other nations. We've been put through 500 years of slavery, and we're still the most relevant nation on the face of the earth. You know, unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth. Above all people that are upon the face of the earth. That means the Hamites, the Ammonites, the Moabites, the Edomites, all of them. We're above all of them on the face of the earth. You know, we're meant to be a great people. We're meant to rule all of the people. You know, we're meant to have the Edomites in subjection, not the other way around. You know, that's what the Lord intended for us. That's what the Lord wants from us. But the thing is that to get the things that come with being above all other nations, you have to follow your blessing. And what's our blessing? Our blessing is it's the law, statutes, and commandments. We are given those things. That's where we get our power from. It's Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. We have to listen to his word. You know? I want to get what's it called? Jump. This is Matthew 5, verse 13, and it says, Ye are the salt of the earth, but if the salt has lost its savor, wherewith shall be it salted? It thenceforth is good for nothing, but to be cast out and be trodden under the foot of men. It says, Ye are the salt of the earth. We give this earth flavor, man. We are the people that give this earth life. You know, we are the most lively people on this earth. We're the most entertaining. We're the most talented, the most entertaining, the smartest people. You know, contrary to popular belief, we're the smartest people. We're the most spiritual people on this earth. You know, we are the salt of the earth. But if the salt has lost its savor, you know, turning on the ways of these heathens, you know, we lost our savor. You know, by ways of falling under the ways of these heathen. You know, you still even though that we're still the most flavorful people on this earth, we're supposed to be better than that. You know, whereof shall it be salted? It therefore is good for nothing. You know, if you don't use your talents, then you're not good for anything. If you don't use what you got, then you have nothing. You know. But to be cast out and trodden under the foot of men, and that's exactly what we've been doing. That's exactly what we've been going through for 500 plus years. It's being trodden under the foot of men, and the men is talking about is these fucking heathen. We've been trodden under the foot of them. You know, we've been put under them. You know, when we're really supposed to be above them. You know. We're better than these other nations, man. We're way better than these other nations. Let me get a scripture, the Apocrypha. Let me see. This second Ezra 6, verse 54. And it says, and after these, Adam also, whom madest the war, it says, and after these, Adam also, whom madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all. We all come from Adam, you know. Everybody goes back to Adam, you know. And all the people also whom thou hast chosen, you know. Now it's making now in what's it called second Ezra 6 verse 24. Now it's making a separation, you know, and the people whom thou hast chosen. So there's the people that come out of Adam, all people, you know, and the people that the Lord has chosen out of those people, you know. Now verse 55, and this I have spoken thee, O Lord, because thou hast made it the word for our sakes. The world was made for our sakes. You know, the world, everything, the sun comes up and goes down. You know, the sun goes up and comes down for our sakes. You know, the moon comes up, it becomes a full moon, it rises for our sake. The what's it called? The water is clean for our sakes. The food chain is there for our sakes. The animals are made for our sakes. Everything, the oxygen that we breathe is made for only the Israelites' sake. You know, that's how serious the Lord takes us. You know, everything that He created on this earth from the beginning of time was made for the Israelites' sakes. You got, man, honestly, that's a blessing that the Lord chose you to make this earth for. The Lord really made this earth for the Israelites' sakes. You know, we weren't made for the world was made for us. You know, verse 56, as of the other people which also come from Adam, you know, the Edomites, the Ammonites, the Moabites, the Hamites, all of them, thou hast said that they are nothing. They thou hast said they are nothing but to be unto spittle that has likened the abundance of them. Spit amounted spit your spit amounts to the abundance of the heathen. An Israelite spit amounts to the abundance of a heathen, as likened to the abundance of them unto the drop of that followed from a vessel. All of them are like a drop that followed from a vessel. You carrying a bucket of water and one drop falls. That's how much the heathen mean to the Lord. And now, yeah. You know? Now coming down to 59, if the word be made for our sakes, why do we not possess the inheritance with the world? How long shall this endure? You know, this is a question. You know, if the world was made for our sakes and we're above all the people in it, then why the fuck do we got shit? You know, how long would this endure? And that's how we feel right now. But it shall endure till the Israelites come back unto the Lord, because that's the thing. The heathen use their blessings to succeed in this world, but the Israelites don't. But the Israelites don't use theirs. They don't call upon their Lord, their power. You know, it will endure until the Most High's mission will be accomplished, man. And that's for the elect to come back unto the Lord and you know, and set the standard. You know, come back. You gotta come back unto the Lord to get to possess the inheritance, man. You know. Let me get I'm gonna get, what's it called? Shit. Jeremiah 17. Sloppy. Jeremiah 17. And this is Jeremiah 17, verse 4. It says, and thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee, and will cause thee to serve thine enemies in thy land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire in my anger, which shall burn forever. And it says, and thou, even thyself, shalt shall discontinue from thine heritage. And what's our heritage? Our heritage is following the Hebrew Israelite cultures, following the law, statutes, commandments of the Lord, keeping our garments, so on and so forth. Even speaking the Hebrew, you know, we discontinued from that the Lord gave us, and which shall cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire in mine anger, which shall burn forever. You know, the Lord is furious with us. You know, the reason why we endure this, you know, and we haven't received the earth is because we have followed the ways of these heathen, and it hasn't worked for us. We're still under them. You know, how can we beat someone at their own game? You know, like we read back in second Esdras, it said, we are holy and special people above all other nations. But the Lord took, but we discontinued, and the Lord took that from us because we aren't following His law, statutes, and commandments. You know. And now we have to serve our enemies. Now we're under these other nations when we're really supposed to be over them. You know, we're not equal to. There's no, and that just goes to show you there's no such thing as equality. So it's either we're at the very top or we're at the very, very bottom. You know, there is never going to be equality in Israel. There's never going to be equality in Israel. Either we're ruling with all subjection, or we're under these other nations. There is no in between, man. And these other nations look down on us, man. Because even if they don't know, they do know that we're better than them, and they ask themselves, you know, damn, these niggas is good at this, these niggas is good at that, you know, these niggas doing this, damn, like what why are they still in the fucking hood, you know? They think they're blessed, you know? They think they're blessed not to be an Israelite, you know, which is contrary to the truth, man. And when we come back into our power, you know, and the Lord comes back, then they will see, you know. Then we'll put them under subjection, you know. This is Deuteronomy 28, verse 37. It says, "And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, a byword among all other nations, whither the Lord shall lead thee." You know, these other nations look at us like shit. You know, they call us niggas, black. You know, they call us no good niggas. You know, they say get out of my store. You know, every time you walk into the store, you always got someone following us. You know, we become a proverb and a byword. When these other nations come together, they talk shit about Israel. You know, even though that what's it called? They listen to our music. They watch our sports events. They 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 keep themselves entertained by Israel, but they still fucking hate us. You know, we become astonishment and a byword to these other nations. They look at us like shit. We just there to shuck and jive for them. That's how they look at Israel. You know, but I want to end off on the scripture in Second Esdras, verse 6 verse 9. And it says, "For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth." So after all this has happened, after we come back into our nationality, after America is destroyed with thermonuclear missiles, and the Lord comes back to restore order on this earth, then we'll begin anew, a new beginning. And what is that new beginning? That new beginning is to reclaim our birthright, which is to be above all other nations, to have our enemies serve us, starting with the Edomites, having them serve us. Is to receive this earth and get our world back. Because this world, like I said before, was made for our sakes, man. That's going to be the new beginning. We're the beginning of the new earth that followeth, and we have to come back onto our nationality and come back onto the following the law, statutes, and commandments to make that a possibility. We have to seal the elect. We got to keep on pushing. And with that, I want to say, shalom.